What's up, everybody? This is Jonathan, aka Coach J, bringing you the first episode of a new monthly series called Community Connections with Church on Purpose. Since launching the church in October of 2016, primarily through our Facebook page, Church on Purpose has brought you information and highlights from one nonprofit organization and one for-profit small business serving North Omaha, Nebraska on a monthly basis. Now, we want you to begin putting names and faces with the recognition as we give you the opportunity to hear from leaders of these organizations and businesses about how they're serving our community, the kind of impact that they hope to be able to make, and how you can not only learn more about them, but also support them in what they do. Because we have to support one another if North Omaha is going to come together and continue to grow and transition from just surviving to thriving. Now, joining me today is, according to Reverse News Omaha, one of the top 5 up-and-coming community influencers in 2018. He's a man on a mission and brings with him a wide range of gifts and talents and a huge heart for the community. From music and nightlife as one of the hottest DJs from here to Kansas City, to fatherhood and teen success, hosting the largest one-day teen conference for minority youth in the state of Nebraska. This brother is making powerful strides in each arena, and it's my pleasure to welcome today the founder and CEO of Everything's Kosher Event Management, DJ to Kosher himself, Mr. Anthony Smith Jr. Welcome, Anthony.
How you doing?
I'm excellent, brother. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Good. We're glad to have you, and looking forward to having this opportunity to not only learn more about you, but also your business and what it is you're seeking to try to do in the community. So I think it's always easiest to just begin at the beginning.
Yes, sir.
So take an opportunity to just kind of share your background, where you're from, and what you currently do now, and of course the question that everybody always has for Black people in Omaha, Nebraska: how you got to Omaha.
All right, so I'm originally from New Orleans, Louisiana. My current job is how I got to Omaha. I'm actually an active duty military here in the Air Force, out at Offutt Air Force Base in Bellevue. So that's how I got here, and I've been here a whopping 10 and a half years that has flown by. So that's kind of the how I got to Omaha, and I guess God is the why, because not on my radar.
I think that is a general consensus for most people, is that something very special has to happen in order to get you here.
Definitely.
Now, of course, since you've been here, even though the military brought you here, you've taken your collection of kind of gifts and talents and you've organized them into a business called Everything's Kosher Event Management. Now, share with us a little bit about what you do with that particular business, because knowing a lot of event planners, usually the term that's used is event planning or event coordination, but you use the term event management. So what is it exactly that you do, and what kind of services do you offer?
Well, I like to be different in everything that I do, so that's kind of where the event management comes from. But I honestly have a jack of all trades kind of background. I was blessed to be introduced to a slew of things as a child. So unfortunately, I'm not one of those people who have like a straight lane passion. I have a passion for a lot of things. So I decided to just start with one. I was doing a lot of event coordinating for a multitude of organizations that I was in. So it's something that I've been doing since I was 16.
Okay.
So it just comes natural to me. So I was like, okay, that's the lane I'm going to start with and try to pursue other things with it. And what we do is our main stuff is to help anybody who wants to do any kind of social, any kind of community, or any kind of corporate event. So that's half of it. So my goal is to help anybody and take their unique idea and make it an experience like no other. So whether that's a wedding, a graduation, a family barbecue, no matter how small or how big the event is, I just want to take that person's idea and bring it to life.
Now that's very unique, because usually with event planners, they kind of have a specific lane in relation to the kind of events that they will actually help people plan. So that's interesting. Now, knowing a little bit about some of your talents and skills, how does your collection of gifts and talents and abilities and background and knowledge and experience, how does that really make you unique as an event management professional?
Well, like I said, I was blessed as far as I can remember, as a child, being exposed to a bunch of different elements of life. I really get it from my mom. She does a whole bunch of different things. So it's kind of where I picked up. I'm Black. I'm Catholic.
What?
I'm Catholic, so that's not really a big thing. It is down south. There's a lot of Black Catholics, so I have really staked my life on being a diverse person. I've been able to live overseas in a number of different countries through work. I've visited different countries. So I think that's kind of where my jack of all trades thing lies as far as when it goes to events. I just usually like to sit down with people and, Jonathan, what do you want this to look like? What's your perfect vision? Okay. And then take that, and then from my experience, something I've maybe seen somewhere, something I've done before, pitch that to you, and hey, does this work better for you, or how can we take that and make it one step more than what you want? And so that's where I kind of cultivate a little bit of my uniqueness and my own style in doing things.
Okay. So about how long have you been operating the business?
So the business itself has been up for going on 2 years now, which is kind of crazy. I started before my last deployment. I was about to leave for 6 months, and a friend of mine, a real close friend of mine, we were supposed to do an event together. Because when I'm not doing other people's events, I take time to do my own stuff. I have a multitude of things I want to do. And he's a trustworthy person, really good. And we were playing this, and something I was really passionate about. And I had to go away for training. And while I was gone, I was like, hey, I just need you to do X, Y, Z. I'll take care of the other stuff.
Right.
I kept checking on them. Where we at? Did you find us a place? Where's it going? And it just kept being kind of brushed off. And so it got to the point where, the date was going to pass. It was not going to happen. There's not enough time for us to do stuff we need to do. And then so I kind of got a little upset. We talked about it, and that was it. So I get on Facebook, which is everybody gets their news from Facebook, right? So I get on Facebook, and he had a status. And it wasn't directed right at me. Again, we're really close, so it's not anything like I know it was anything bad.
Right.
He's the type of person who takes messages and just blasts them out. So this was his revelation, and he was like, basically, his message was, somebody's not, you can't expect me or anybody to be as passionate about your idea.
Very true.
And honestly, that really hit me hard. I'm a team type of person. I'm a very confident person. I like to shine bright, but I'm really a team concept type of person.
Yeah.
And I've always tried to involve others in stuff that I did, because I'm just comfortable there. But that made me realize, you know what? He's absolutely right. That was my idea. It was what I wanted to do. I brought him along into it, and he was willing to help me. But my passion was here to get it done, and he's right here. He might have been wanting to do it, but it wasn't a priority for him.
Right.
So I was like, you know what? It's time for me to step out on faith and do this on my own. So I decided to go ahead and get it kicked off about the end of 2015.
Okay. And how has the journey of running a business compared to how's the reality compared to the expectations at the beginning?
It's great when it's on paper. You got 1,000 ideas, and I can do this, and I can do that, and this is great.
Yeah.
I don't go to church as much as I need to, but I've always had my faith, and that's something I've never let go. And I'm a firm believer that everything happens for a reason. So like I said, I started the business right before I deployed. So if I have an idea right now, it has to happen. But I was removed. I was gone for 6 months.
Right.
So as many ideas and stuff I want to do and jump into being an entrepreneur, and this is my business, and let's do this right now. I couldn't. Right. So I was blessed to be removed and get out of my own way. And so I know it's glamorous to people when they see, Puff Daddy and all these other people who are entrepreneurs, or your friend on Facebook, or somebody who starts a t-shirt business or this and that. Right. There's a lot that goes behind the scenes. There's paperwork that has to be filed. Being your own boss is a great thing after you get it rolling. But at first, you're, especially kind of where I'm at, I am the product. It's a little different sometimes when you have a product and it's, here, I want you to try this, do this, I need you to get this. When it's you, it's my time, it's my mentality, it's my any and everything. Yeah. So you toss that in with trying to have a full-time job. It's a little bit of a stretch, but I'm a person who is hard-headed and likes a challenge. So it wasn't bad.
Yeah. Okay. So from your experiences, what kind of advice would you offer someone who is considering a journey in entrepreneurship?
Definitely take your time. Take your time and research, and have a plan. I'm a person who plans a lot of stuff out. I mean, obviously I'm an event planner as well as a multitude of other things, but I actually don't write a lot of stuff down. And with this, like I said, having been removed from myself, I was able to actually formulate a strict plan. I bought some books on Amazon. I got Prime only because they delivered where I was at. So I ordered some books on Amazon. All right, I'm gonna do this full time. I gotta know what I'm getting into.
Right.
Boom. Order some books. Read about event planning. All right, stuff I didn't know. Okay. Oh, this is what they do. This is how they charge. This is how the experts go at it. Okay, cool. I have my ideas what I want to do. Now let me take what the foundation of this actual job is and try to merge those two. I Googled every event planner in Omaha.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna have a website. How does their websites look? So research and all that comes in with your planning. Research and write stuff down. So don't just jump into it because everybody's like, oh, I love your food. Your food is great. You should open up a restaurant.
Right.
You should probably. But don't just go into it blind like, cool, I'm about to sling plates out of my house. And now you didn't factor in.
Please don't.
You didn't factor in. I didn't get a food license. I don't know how much paper plates cost.
Right.
People want me to deliver. Have your idea. Take your time. Research any and everything that comes to you. And basically set yourself up for success. So when you're ready to kick that door open and start, you already ahead of the game.
It's interesting that you say that because over the last, I'd say probably the last 6 months or so, I noticed that on Facebook there are a lot of people selling food through Facebook Marketplace out of their homes. And not long ago, I think it was maybe about a month and a half ago, I actually read an article where the health department is going online and they're sneaking people and they're going to buy food from people and then citing them for their infractions because they're operating a business without a license. And there are a lot of just a lot of little things that relate to managing a business that sometimes you don't really take into consideration when you're getting started. Were there any kind of moments along your journey where there was something that you wish you had known that maybe you didn't find out about until after you had maybe made the mistake or experienced a rough time?
Definitely. I would say that kind of goes with planning. But again, me, I tell you, if it comes to me, I want to go right now. So one thing is that I know that I need to work on personally is the paperwork side. And so that could factor into anything. Again, we'll just go with food being an example since everybody loves food. It's one of those things. There's a difference between a hustle and a business.
Yeah. Say it again.
There's a difference between a hustle and a business. Now, if you're really good at your hustle, you should turn it into a business. But for me, I would definitely say the paperwork side. I've gotten burned once or twice through trusting people and handshake deals, whereas it's very customary, if I want to do things the right way, which I do, to have people sign contracts that we're on the same page. Oh, you said that you wanted this done, or you said you were willing to pay this or cover this, and I can't hold them accountable. I can be mad, I can be upset. Legally, if I wanted to sue or retrieve anything, I don't have the proper documentation to do that. So that's definitely something for me personally that I learned. And I know I gotta get better on the paperwork side, but definitely, like I said, it kind of goes back into the part about researching. If you research and set yourself up, you definitely can turn your hustle into a business. Right.
So knowing that you are managing this, oh, that's my alarm. Excuse me.
It's got to stay on task.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it's time for the kids to get up. But knowing that in event planning, especially event management, is such a drawn out and involved process. Why even go through the hassle of starting a business in addition to a career that many people would consider to be rather lucrative and rather secure in working for the United States military?
Well, for me personally, I'm still shocked every day I go to work that I'm in the military.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
No, it's not. It's just that that was never my past in my mind. You know, like I said, I was exposed to all this stuff, and recruiters came to school and lunchtime, all that stuff. Never talked to them. Not my deal. But I went to college right after high school. Like I am now, supremely involved in everything on campus. I was in every organization on campus. So my motto that I tell people about how my college life went and I transitioned to the Air Force is I was doing way too much social work and not enough school work. So they told me, thanks for showing up. Your grades didn't improve after that first letter we sent you, so don't come back. And so I joined. I initially joined honestly just to get money to pay for school, finish school. Like it wasn't an option that I wasn't gonna finish school. They told me don't come back. So that's where I get into having the military part. So for me, the military was a means to an end. It was, so for some people, everybody joined for different reasons. Some people are there like, I gotta serve my country, I gotta jump on it, boom, I'm going. So for me, it was more of, this is where what I gotta do to get to where I wanna get to.
Right.
And that's how I still look at it. I do my job, I do it to the best of my ability every single day. They're not gonna tell me I'm not an asset there. But I found a way to balance doing my tasks there and being able to do some things I do on the outside. Like I said, being in Omaha was a stretch and weird, but everything happens for a reason. So having this job at this particular place allows me to be able to juggle both.
That's pretty awesome. So with event planning, of course, and event management, you have the opportunity to really create some great moments and great memories in the community. So with your business, what is your hope to? In what way are you hoping to impact the community the most? And why is it important for you that Omaha grow in that particular area?
No matter where I live at, I like to just ingrain myself in the local community. Again, I'm a person who likes diversity, so I love meeting people. I love learning other cultures and learning new things. So if I'm going to be here, I'm going to be here. And so with event planning in the community aspect, for me, I always want to create experiences for people, whether that's children or adults. One of the things that we do, and I'm very, very, very proud of, is the Teen Summit. And that came about because that's something that happened in New Orleans when I was a kid.
Okay.
We had a high school Teen Summit. It was way more social for us. It was a talent show, all kinds of stuff. That's the only reason we went.
Right.
But the premise behind it was to get people there and have us gather. Most of the stuff I do is based on networking and experiences, whether it's a corporate event or a community event.
Right.
Because you never know who you're going to meet. You never know what that experience can do for somebody. So for me, I want you to come in and learn something, see something, do something that you may have not had the opportunity to do before. Meet somebody you may not normally be in the same room with. And then from that, we all grow and things are great. So I think Omaha has a lot of potential for a lot of different things. So for me, it's not very hard to want to assist in whatever way I can.
That's powerful, because I think it was maybe about a year and a half ago where I met a young man over in Council Bluffs who was 22 years old, and he had never been out of Council Bluffs. In his 22 years of life. Never been out of Council Bluffs. Not even across the river into Omaha.
Wow.
Never been out of Council Bluffs. And it's amazing how getting out and seeing, understanding that there's more to the world than just what you're used to, how that helps to shape your belief even in yourself and what's possible and what's capable for yourself. So with your experience, because you've been in the community for how many years now?
9.5, 10.
So almost a decade worth of Omaha experience under your belt. With that experience, what is it, in your estimation, what is it going to require to improve the condition for the citizens of Omaha generally, but even more specifically for members of the Black community in Omaha?
I tell people all the time when they ask me about Omaha and Black people, this is the same thing I said the day I got here, and kind of in a bad way. It's not a bad thing, but in a bad way, I'm still saying the exact same thing. It hasn't evolved. I say that there's so much potential here, and it just seems like for some reason it just quite never peaks. I don't have the concrete pinpoint answer because I would have loved to have fixed it by now, but I think what it boils down to is there's not a lot of support and cooperation here. There's not a lot of collaboration when it comes to things. It seems like a lot of people do want things here, but we don't do for ourselves. I'm saying we because I live here too. So we're very dependent on what other people have, or looking on the outside like, oh, they get to do this and we can't do that. We can. All it takes is for somebody to actually do it.
And for people to show up when it's done.
That's my next point. That's why I do that support, because the past maybe 2 years, 3 years, I've seen a lot of people just do a lot of different things, whether it be community oriented, socially, all based on trying to do stuff here that either they see a need for or people have cried, complained, and asked about. And a number of those people do not get the support that they should, not even a little bit, to sustain that momentum. And like, you know what, let me just keep trying, and it needs to happen. So that's one of the big factors. I don't think there is an identity here. Other cities have an identity, what they hang their hat on. If someone asks the person from Omaha, what is Omaha known for, or what is Black Omaha known for, what are you gonna say? Don't say the Huskers. Don't say Omaha Steaks.
Right.
What is Black Omaha hang their hat on? And I don't think that we're able to answer that question easily. I think if we, at the root of it, find out what it is that North Omaha wants to be, then maybe we'll have an opportunity to fulfill that need.
That's good. We're going to pause right there for just a second. We're going to come back with more from Anthony Smith, aka DJ2 Kosher, founder and CEO of Everything's Kosher Event Management, right after this quick message.
Teens of Omaha, it's time for the 5th Annual Omaha Teen Summit, Saturday, January 27th, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at UNO. Register online today by searching Omaha Teen Summit on Facebook.com or Eventbrite.com. Sponsored by the Black Police Officers Association and Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. Be there.
So we are back with Mr. Anthony Smith, aka DJ2 Kosher, the founder and CEO of Everything's Kosher Event Management, and he has been dropping some serious nuggets here as we've been talking about kind of the condition of North Omaha and how to help things improve. Now, with what you do, I know that there are a number of events that you have put together over the years with the express and explicit purpose of helping to improve the condition of the specific populations in our community. So take a second and just kind of share with us some of the projects that you're currently working on for the upcoming year.
Well, the most upstate thing we have coming up is the Omaha Teen Summit. It's our 5th one. So we're in our 5th year of doing this. Like I said, it started from a youth group that I was working with, trying to get them to, you know, what can you guys do to leave your impact on your peers? And I kind of threw this at them, and kids being kids, they kind of need a lot of push and help, so I ended up taking it on myself. So it's January 27th.
Okay.
It's completely free. It's for any high school age teenagers. So we even had some 8th graders in the past. So if they're an 8th grader, or maybe they're 1 year removed from high school, we still have something for them. And the entire day is predicated on, like I said earlier, kind of putting these kids in front of people, topics, and situations that they don't normally have to deal with or don't get the opportunity to, in hopes that once they step their foot on a college campus, they'll be 1 or 2 steps ahead of somebody. So we have breakout sessions that cover sexuality, finances, college and business prep. After that stuff is over with, we have what we dubbed an information fair. We have organizations and businesses who have any kind of relationship they can build with teenagers. We have the library, we have park services, folks doing summer jobs, hiring kids. And our goal with that is put those kids in front of those people. It's kind of like a job fair, but they go around, make contacts, make connections, and like I said, network. And then we pretty much end the day with a town hall meeting and give the kids the opportunity to speak for themselves. You know, what I can tell you all day what I think your issue is. We about like a 20-year difference. I don't know what your issue is. So what's troubling you at your school? Right. You know, this kid goes to North, but the beauty of it is this kid goes to South, and y'all think y'all very different. Y'all have the same exact problem. So that's our goal, is to make them network, see other sides of things, and hopefully come out of that, like we talked about a little earlier, with experiences, and like the guy who never crossed Council Bluffs, like there's more than what you get to see on a daily basis. Right. And hopefully that experience will open their eyes up.
Absolutely. And providing that platform for young people to be able to voice their own concerns. I think we live, especially kind of in the culture of Omaha, where we have this really strong nonprofit culture, where you have a lot of organizations that are working to help kids find resolution to their challenges and trying to help to eliminate and minimize those challenges. Sometimes when the nonprofit dollars are flowing in, people forget to actually shut up and listen to the kids and hear from the kids about what's really going on, and even get ideas from the kids about how to bring about resolution. And so that's one of the things that I appreciated about Teen Summit the first time I had the opportunity to participate, which was 2 years ago now. So this will actually be my third one participating in now. But it was awesome to be there and to see so many kids and a diverse mix of kids as well. But to see so many kids there and to see them engaged, to see them participating in the conversations, to see them coming up with solutions, not only for their own problems, but for the problems of their peers, and really seeing the value in being able to sit and have conversations. And so I'm excited about Teen Summit. Super excited about Teen Summit, and we're going to come back to that in just a second. But you not only provide programming for teenagers, but you're of course connected with some fatherhood initiatives in the community, connected with some events and activities for young professionals. Heard about a pretty good breakfast that y'all had in the middle of nowhere a couple of weeks ago. So tell us about some of the other projects that you have coming up.
Well, as you stated, Fathers in the Park is a nonprofit that I'm blessed to work with. I am not a parent myself, but I just see so much value in what it started with and how they're trying to bring fathers, those who are great ones and those who are not so good, together and help them balance and actually just figure out life as a dad, you know? So Fathers in the Park has a lot of stuff coming up. You can find us on Facebook is the best way to get involved, and we definitely need volunteers. And you just go to Fathers in the Park, search it on Facebook, and contact us. There's a volunteer page. There's just a general page. We actually have a meeting coming up very soon to plan our 2018 calendar, but we have certain things. We're going to do some daddy-daughter events, give them some time to be together. During the summer, we have our staple events, which is barbecues out at Benson Park. Free. Most of our events are free. If they cost, it's usually $5 or something. We just took the kids to Vala's for Halloween, and that goes to one of those things, like you said, about the Council Bluff guy, which was a great nugget. Some of these kids never leave North Omaha. Right. They are right in the same town and hear about Vala's, and that's one of those things in this city that everybody's supposed to go see. They don't get, nobody takes them, or they can't afford the $20 ticket. So we partnered with some great folks, like the Black Police Officers Association. Church on Purpose has helped us before, and we partnered and tried to do events like that where we connect the parents and the kid. Just show up with your kid, your nephew, your niece, whoever kid you want to grab, or whoever you're in their lives. Again, maybe you're like me, you don't have a child of your own. I have 6 god kids. I don't know who keeps picking me, but it happens. Maybe you mentor somebody. Just grab them, come out there. And one of the things I'm really proud of that we're getting started with that is we're going to start some programming. So not just fun events and barbecues, but we want to get to the meat of some people's problems. Some people want to be a great dad. Financially, they can't, or they don't know how, or they're in a legal battle and they really want to be involved, but that's keeping them from that. So we want to have some programming to help those men find out what their problem is, solve their problem. And again, same thing as I always say, put them in front of the right people. I obviously don't have all the answers, but I'm sure I can maybe find somebody who can get that answer for you. So definitely proud of that initiative.
Awesome. And there is a budding young professional community here in Omaha for young Black professionals, of course, with the high concentration of Fortune 500 companies that exist here in Omaha, and just globally known names who have their headquarters here. There's some movement there with the young Black professionals that are relocating to Omaha, beginning to organize on a consistent basis, kind of begin to work together, and you also provide some events for them as well.
Yeah, I love networking. If I haven't said that 10 times yet, I love it. Like I said, I just love meeting people and finding out what makes you different than me and kind of soaking up some of your knowledge. So young professionals here, and I'm one, I've been here a while. I don't think that there's enough here for Black young professionals. Our counterparts, they have 3 or 4 different organizations. We maybe have 1 or 2, and they're kind of secluded depending on where you work at. So I just love trying to gather people. So one of the things I have is Social Saturdays, and it's basically a networking mixer. Again, I love to handle business, but I also love to have fun too. As a DJ, I just love music, always have. So anything I do probably gonna have some kind of music involved in it. So we used to, we had, it's coming back in the beginning of this year, during the winter time. And it's basically, it's a night for you to come and network and let your hair down. Sometimes we go to some work events with our coworkers or maybe even with our peers. And it's the same thing everywhere you go. Hey, I'm here. Let me put a name tag on. I'm either too shy to talk to somebody and the setting doesn't really make it feel like I'm comfortable doing it, or I'm just there for the party portion and that's what I want to do. I'm here for the drinks.
Right.
I haven't met anybody. I ain't talked to nobody new. Not why am I even
But I'm
here?
gonna go home and I'm posting on social media that I was there.
Yeah, turned up, had a great time. So we got everything under one roof.
Right.
Maybe you want to come just to get the professional development. So we usually start the night off with professional development that you don't get at your job. Sometimes they don't train us for everything for the next job, right?
Right.
So we've had topics on real estate. We've had politics. We've had entrepreneurship was our very first one, and we bring in subject matter experts who know what they're talking about. And we have a panel or open discussion. You get to ask any question you want to ask to the professional who knows it.
Yeah.
Or we just have, again, like real estate was real eye-opening for me. There's just so much we don't know. No one teaches our community about real estate and wealth and passing wealth on. You know, new Jordans, got to get those.
Right.
Don't let me just save that money and you pass it on my child. You know, and we all guilty of it.
Yeah.
But the goal is, I said, to put that out there to develop yourself. So if you want to do that, that's great. If you don't want to, because that part is boring to you, cool. We got an after party.
Right.
If you that's boring, I'm here for the drinks. You're gonna turn up. Just come to the after party, mingle, meet some new people, or see some old friends you ain't seen because you just been head down at work. But if you love all of it like I do, come to both.
Right.
It's all the same price whether you come or not to both things. So definitely got that coming back. And one thing I'm definitely proud of for kicking off is some people don't enjoy the nightlife portion. It's not their deal. So we're gonna start a lunchtime networking event as well to be once a month. So we're gonna do the same thing. It'll be just served again, food and music. If you ain't learned yet, all I care about is food and music. So we're just gonna break bread over lunch time periods, and same thing, professional development. Just come on out, learn, meet some folks from other genres, other businesses, and maybe you guys can collaborate.
Yeah. Okay. So the last event that I know that you work on is these staycations.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about those.
So I partnered up with a great person, Glenisha Nelson, and we started. I just keep people ask me to do stuff, and I don't say no. But me and her just talked about different views we had on stuff, and we like, let's just do something about it. So we started a company together called the Crimson and Cream Experience. So it's the C&K experience, and our goal with that, honestly, is to just travel, do things, experience life.
Yeah. Get out of Council Bluffs.
Please get out of Omaha. So the very first thing we did last year during the summer is we did a camping trip. I've never been camping.
Okay.
I remember one time I wanted to go camping as a kid. My whole family went. My mom was like, "Not you." I remember standing on the porch watching my cousins smile at me as they got in the car, and overprotected mama was like, "You ain't going camping." So I ain't never been camping. So we did camping in River Tubin. So put it together. We camped overnight. It rained. That wasn't supposed to happen. It was not in the forecast, but it made for experience, right?
Right.
So we took about 40 people.
Yeah.
Most of us never been camping. We gonna just all experience together. Went camping. Went tubing the next day. Loved it.
Yeah.
And the last thing we just did. Sometimes we can't get out of town. We would love to do that, and that's stuff that we're gonna have coming up. We're gonna have some out of town trips that we put together, but it's a staycation. Sometimes you just need to get out of your house. You got the kids, you see them every day. You love them because they're yours, but you're tired of seeing them.
Yeah.
You're tired of your friends nagging you.
Right.
Sometimes you just need a little getaway. So we got a cabin out in the woods, a couple of cabins, and we just had, it was just pure fun. To be honest with you, I thought we had a lot of programs set up. We were like, we're going to do this X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
It did not go that way. In a good way. I was like, oh, people didn't have fun because we didn't get to play the games.
Right.
We played like 1 or 2 games, but people just had so much pure energy and pure fun. They had a great weekend.
Yeah.
And none of the stuff we had planned actually mattered at all.
Right.
They were cool just being very unique and doing what came natural to them.
Yeah.
So another one of those in the way too. So yeah, a lot of fun things going on. I'm very blessed to be a part of a lot of stuff.
It's amazing, man, just to see how you've been able to take your personal passions, flip them into a business that then creates opportunities for other people. I think one of the most powerful things that you do is by creating experiences that create memories for other people. Because I tell people all the time that it's memories that really define our relationships.
Yes,
you know, our best friends are the people that we have the best memories with, and the people that we can't stand are the people that we have the worst memories with. And so you being somebody who intentionally is helping people to create great memories, I think you are an integral part to the continued cultural development of our community. And, you know, and that's why we want to highlight you as a part of our community connections, because, you know, believe you're doing great work for the community, and we definitely want to support you. And hope that those of you that are watching this will be intentional about supporting Anthony as well with the number of events and activities that he has coming down the pipe. Specifically, though, what is just kind of one action step that you can give people right now? Anybody that's watching this video that has sit and listened to what you've shared, what's one action step that you can give them right now to be able to support your business today?
I'll do two because I like to go above and beyond.
Okay.
Number one, the easiest one is you can just go on Facebook and find my page, Everything's Kosher, spelled with some urban in it. That's only because, you know, GoDaddy, I had to change it. So it's EveryThangs, Everything's Kosher, Kosher. And just like the page, you do that, you'll get information on every single thing that comes out of it. But to be honest, this is a broad answer. Like I said, I'm a team person, so I'm never going to make it about me. The broad answer I can give you that encompasses everybody here is just a support. That's the easiest thing you can do, whether that person is an entrepreneur or a small business veteran. Most folks have either quit their main job or they're like me, juggling both. And just little support goes a super long way. Sometimes something as simple as watching somebody press share on something you put on social media. I understand people can't go to everything. Sometimes people want to go to stuff and the timing is wrong, or you don't have the money. But something as simple as if they're your friend, associate, anything like that, hit share on social media. Or tell a coworker, hey, I can't go to this, but I know this is something that you actually like to do, or I heard you talk about. So just getting the word out about whether it's me or anybody else, I think that goes a long way. Everything else will just take care of itself.
Yeah, excellent. Well, thank you, brother, so much for your time and for sharing with us today. And even more so than that, thank you for working so hard to make Omaha a better place for everybody. We really do celebrate the work that you've done, and we will make sure that we include contact information for your website in this video. So please be sure to reach out to Anthony to find out about all of the wonderful things that he has going on, how you can be a part, how you can plug in. Definitely want to make sure that you plug in any young people you have into Teen Summit that's coming up, and we'll make sure that we link that registration page to this video on Facebook and also on other forms of social media as well. So for our Church on Purpose partners, of course, remember that with Community Connections, we are challenging you to be intentional about supporting those entities at some point during the month for our nonprofit organizations, a personal charitable contribution, or with our businesses visiting or participating in some way, shape, or form. Once you've also offered your support, be intentional about encouraging other people to do the same, because together we can make a difference in the world. So that wraps up this month's Community Connections with Church on Purpose. If you know any organizations or businesses that you'd like us to highlight that are doing great work here serving North Omaha, you can let us know by dropping a line to us on our Facebook page at facebook.com/churchonpurpose, or you can send us an email to office@churchonpurpose.org. For Anthony Smith, I'm Jonathan Chapman, and I pray you make a difference in our community today by doing what you love. Have a great day. Have a great week. Live each day on purpose.